loads and he's still faster than everyone. He made key baskets for you guys down the stretch. How important was the effort that he actually put into this ball game for you to get this win?
Well, we tried really hard to keep him fresh. You know, we tried to take him out a number of times, give him a few breaks, but we didn't want to extend the breaks beyond 1 or 2 minutes. We wanted to make sure he stayed on the floor, but just kept getting good breaks. And yeah, he was really dead tired down that stretch. But you know, he knows he's our finisher, and like I said, you know, we'll run our offense all the way through until the last 3 or 4 minutes, and then it's going to be Stanley. You know, just like it was with Justin. So you know, teams know it, but they just can't seem to find an answer for him because he's really that talented. But the key for us coaches is to try to keep him fresh enough so he has enough to play down the stretch. And I mean, if I could just play him the whole 48, I would. I would never take him out. But you know, he's human and he's got to get fresh. So you know, it's really on us, not on him.
Coach Tim, you've told us that your veterans have their aches and pains here and there, but how important is it for you to get 30 minutes and the numbers that you got from Joe Vance in this ballgame?
Well, I think, you know, I mean, Stanley was the star of the game, no doubt, but Joe is the most important guy to me. You know, we wanted to come out and establish some size, and we wanted to get a veteran out there who understood our defense a little bit better. We made some adjustments defensively, and he could make those adjustments. And he not only could make them, but he could lead them. And we still struggle at times with the adjustment, but you know, got us off to a good start. And we started breaking down a little bit more in the second half. But again, it was just Joe's presence out there, you know, making good decisions. That's always been his strength, his decision making. You know, whether he's not going to score a lot of points, he's not going to get a lot of rebounds, but he's going to make good decisions out there, both on offense and defense. So, you know, I've relied on him for my last, 8, 9, 10 years of coaching. And so in a big moment like this, we went to Joe because we trust him to make those good decisions. And he did those things tonight. He was spectacular.
Thank you, Coach Tim. Now welcoming our Zoom callers, starting out with Mr. Bonazano.
Hey, Coach Tim. Congrats on the win, Coach. Coach, you alternated wins with Meralco. Game 1 belonged to you, Game 2 belonged to them. Coach, what adjustments are you going to make sure that Game 4 will be yours and ultimately led you to the finals?
You know, if you watch most NBA playoffs, you watch our playoffs in the PBA, it's oftentimes a ping pong match. You know, that's the way it is. And the reason why is because those two teams earned their way into the playoffs, and they're two of the best teams. And it's not easy just to roll over Meralco. They're going to come back. They have the most experienced coach in the PBA, who's been through, not only played it as an import and saw all those kinds of defenses, and you know, has coached it. And they have a young developing core that's just getting better and better. So, you know, I think that's what happened to us in Game 2, is that our expectations for ourselves, you know, kind of got in the way. You know, we just kind of showed up, and it kind of worked well for us in the first half, but when they turned up the pressure, we just collapsed in the second half. And so today, I thought we came out with a lot more purpose. And but again, you know, it takes a lot of effort to win a basketball game, and sometimes you don't have that same effort going into the next game, and another team picks up the effort. So, you know, those are the challenges of coaches. There's no easy adjustment. There's no easy process to turn around and win another game right off the bat after you've won. I always find playing after a win in the playoffs is much harder than playing after a loss in the playoffs, because that other team is very desperate and ready to go. So we're just going to have to try, you know, we get 2 days off. We played our key guys long minutes today, but we do get 2 days off. We're not off, we'll still be practicing, but you know, we don't play for 2 days. And we'll use that to rest and try to get our energy back up to a level in which we can come back with good force to meet what we know will be great force. So, like I said, I wish I had a magic potion for you to tell you how we do it or how it's done, but there is no magic. There's no magic. It's just a lot of hard work by the guys, getting ready mentally and physically to come out and play another game.
Thanks, Coach.
Next question will be coming from Mr. Jonas Tirano.
Coach, good evening and congratulations. Coach, you mentioned game one that Alin Paliksi is doing well. It will be a top series. Tonight they are 23 points, but the rest of the Meralco players they work hard for their points. Was that your strategy, letting Alin score points, or?
No, it's not our strategy. We don't want him to score. But, you know, we have to spend so much time on the ball screens that they're running multiple ball screens for Newsom and Bear and Ginto. Then oftentimes, Malixi's man is involved in rotations and help. And then oftentimes needs him open. We just can't sit on Malixi and destroy our team defense. Our team defense has to be working, so we'll lose him sometimes, and that's just the price you pay. But you know, he has been absolutely lights out, and you know, he kept them in the game today. Without his shooting, it wouldn't have been very close. So you know, we've got to account for him more and more as the series goes on, because he's just been lights out from game one. I mean, he has not missed hardly at all since game one. But again, that's a function of, you know, we have to handle all the ball screens, because ball screens aren't just involving 2 defensive players. It's 5 defensive players, and sometimes that 5th defensive player who's running Malixi has to do a rotation or help, and that leaves Malixi open. Hopefully then we minimize that, but you know, it's kind of like you take choices on defense. You have to choose one or the other. And right now, the ball screens were crucial for us. And hopefully we can also make an adjustment where we can do a little bit better on both.
Thank you. One more question coming from Mr. A. Hobley.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
You're 1 win away from another finals team, and you've been here many times before in the playoffs or the finals. And we know that closing out the series is the difficult thing to do. But you expect it a lot harder in closing out Meralco.
Yes. I mean, I think that's a given. It's going to be really hard to close them out. Again, you know, they've got a great coach over there who's also been through these kind of wars and been in this situation. And he's got a young, hungry core that's listening to him and playing for him. So you're absolutely right. The hardest game to win in a series is the closeout game. I find oftentimes game 4s are harder to win than game 5s in a 5-game series. So you know, we understand that, we know that, and we're just going to have to find a way through it. And it really comes from being able to lift your intensity level to the intensity level of the other team, because they are desperate now. They have to win. It's fun for us. We have a cushion, you know, and you know we can be a little bit capante, and that's what we have to fight as coaches to make sure that our guys don't fall into that trap. But it's a human nature trap, and it's very, very difficult not to fall into it. That's why closeout games are always so hard. The other group is always so desperate, and it's hard to meet their intensity.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Sir Ray. One last question, Coach. Since you won here today, will you allow yourself to enjoy a round of golf tomorrow?
Yeah, actually I am. I'm going to play 9 holes. I'm embarrassed to say. I'm going to play 9 holes tomorrow at 7 a.m. We got meetings right after I get back. So since I wasn't going to, but I realized I didn't not play until Wednesday. So okay, you caught me. Now I'm in trouble because you caught me.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations to you and Barangay Ginebra San Miguel.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Girls.